Today in Review This Thing, we're going to review this thing, Vortex Edge Classes. This is Adrienne with Review This Thing, and if you didn't know, not only does Vortex sell optics, but they also have training classes. This week we are in Wisconsin at Vortex headquarters, and we had the pleasure of taking an intro to long-range shooting class. In this video, I'm going to tell you our experience, tell you what we thought about it, and give you some information how you can take one of your very own. First of all, let me say, if you ever get a chance to visit Vortex headquarters, you definitely should do it. They have a whole showroom that has all of their optics, and across from the front of the building, there is a several hundred-acre nature conservancy where nothing is ever going to get built. So you can actually test out the optics in daylight, different lighting situations, different weather, so you see what it's going to look like in real life versus in a store with fluorescent lights where you got a max of 60 yards to see. They were also kind enough to take us on a little tour while we were there. And one thing that really stood out to me is, first of all, if you call Vortex, you get to talk to an actual human in Wisconsin, and they'll help troubleshoot your issue. But if you send your optic back, then that is attached to that person who will see it through to the end until they've resolved your issue. Plus, if you buy an optic, they'll actually mount it for you there. On another side note, hang with me. I promise I'm going to talk about the Vortex Edge class, but I want to mention this area of Wisconsin. It's called the Driftless region. If you haven't been there, it may be a trip you want to take. It's absolutely gorgeous country with rolling hills, tons of farmland. There's lakes, rivers everywhere for plenty of fishing. Robbie and I took a day and caught some bass and some crappie, and then he and our friend went on the Wisconsin River one day and caught 6 different species in just a few hours. Plus, there are also high-class trout streams all over the place. Speaking of that, the VRBO that we stayed at in nearby Avoca, Wisconsin, actually has a Class 2 trout stream on the property. I'm going to put a link below to a short that we did. So if you are headed to that region, it is a great place to stay. Okay, now that I did my little Wisconsin tourism bit, we're going to talk about the Vortex Edge Intro to Long Range class. Vortex did cover the cost of the class for us, but that never changes our ability to report our honest opinions. First off, this class was very well organized and coordinated. I received several emails through the weeks leading up to it, so if there were ever any questions, it was easy to get answers. I think overall it's true that their classes are very small. This class had 6 people, which was absolutely wonderful. We started off in a classroom where we learned some basics about different types of rifles, and then we talked about the components of scopes and reticle types, which was then followed by a demonstration on how to properly mount your scope to your rifle. Many of you probably already know how to do that, but if you don't, this was a nice piece to gain some confidence in your ability to do it yourself and not really pay anybody or trust anybody else to do it for you. After that, it was time to shoot. The shooting portion took place at their 100-yard indoor range. So you don't have to worry about weather, you don't have to worry about being in the scorching sun, and wind is not going to be a factor. This range portion was by far my favorite part. Our instructors, Corey and Pete, were awesome. Corey was a Marine Corps scout sniper, so he has a wealth of knowledge and experience in this type of shooting. They taught us how to get in proper position, as well as breathing and other shooting techniques. This was by far the hardest part for me. Prior to this day, I had never shot from a prone position before, so just trying to get relaxed, get comfortable was a challenge. So I definitely still have some work to do there. The first task was getting our guns zeroed. So we took a few shots, then they walked us through how to make adjustments on your scope to get it zeroed to your aim point. Then we shot a few more groups to check that zero and then made any further needed adjustments. The nice thing was after each group, we got one-on-one feedback. Pete was the one that gave me mine, and he was great, very personal, very specific, and was really good at teaching me what I needed to do to be able to do it better. Once everybody felt good about their zero, they walked us through setting up that scope that we were all using, which was a Strike Eagle, and showed us how to get zero on the turret as well as their zero stop. Then we went through a few different shooting drills. My favorite was the make and break drill. We took a shot, put it on safe, stood up, got back down, got in position, and shot again. We did that 5 different times. This drill was actually great for me because each time I moved, I was able to relax for that first shot. Getting up between shots actually helped me shoot better, which, as I understand, is not how that's supposed to work. Overall, I think this intro to long range course is an excellent way to kind of get your feet wet and decide if it's something you want to pursue further. This was a 5-hour class from 12 to 5, and the cost is $150, which I think is very reasonable because they provide the facility, of course, the gun, the scope, and all the ammo that you're going to need. Plus, we got this cool swag bag with this hat, a t-shirt, a folder, a nice little notebook to take notes in, as well as some really cool Vortex stickers. If you decide you want to pursue long-range shooting, they have a long-range 1, 2, and 3, and the content just builds more and more on being an independent long-range shooter. Vortex Edge also has intro classes as well as the 3-class progression for pistols and carbines. They also have some special classes such as night vision shooting. They also have a 2-day hunter marksmanship course where you learn a lot of things about your gun and your scope, but then you also get to go out and practice shooting from different positions and setups out to 500 yards. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell because you don't want to miss it when that video comes out. As you know, on our videos, we like to wrap things up with a should I buy this thing. This class was very well organized with a 1-to-3 instructor to shooter ratio. Feedback was very specific, and the value I don't think you can beat. Plus, we were pretty fond of this area of Wisconsin and are pretty much going to have to go back. So I'm going to have to give the Vortex Edge Intro to Long Range course a 5 out of 5. Hey, thanks for watching our Vortex Edge Intro to Long Range course video. While you're here, like it, comment, share it with your friends. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Head over to our website, reviewthisthingtv.com, and sign up for our weekly newsletter. Lots of great stuff you don't want to miss there. And follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X.